Hello, Gorak. Hello, Gorak. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hi Nirsa. Hi everybody. Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to join. I'll just start in 2 or 3 minutes, guys. Right. All right, everyone. Hi, how are you all? Can you hear me? Everybody? Hi, am I
Yeah,
audible?
we can hear you. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
thanks.
you.
So then, shall we start this session for today? I think most of us are here. Let me start. We will set up context in the current existing React card application. Maybe if we have time, talk about little CSS as well. Um, as well as we'll talk about some React optimization techniques. There are two hooks that we haven't actually seen. We will explore those as well. So they are regarding memorizing your React components or memorizing some values or a function in React, right? Yeah. So just give me a second. I'll just open my VS Code. You can just start your server and we'll start together. All right then. So we set up our theme. This is regarding styling. To style your React components, we have used style components, and these are the settings for style components, you can say. So this is the theme that we will use in our style components. Maybe you have seen somewhere light theme, dark theme, right? We also do those setups here in the theme.js file. And this is style components.ts file where we have imported something that is whole style components, and we have taken some of the things from there and exported. And this is just taking something out and export those things which are required. And here we did one thing, that is we provided the type information to style component. That is, hey style component, we have our theme here, and here is the TypeScript configuration for our theme. This is the TypeScript configuration for our theme here. You can see here is our TypeScript configuration. And this is the global CSS that we will use in our application. This is what we did yesterday. So let's dive into more things today. Okay, you can let me start this Slack server. Okay, yeah, let's put this somewhere. So maybe we may need to come here. Let me put this somewhere on another screen, and I'll start in guest mode here. So till now, here we have, you can see we have our commits on the main. We can track our commits that we did yesterday. Yesterday we started from here, right? And we have actually connected it with Vercel, as well as we did something that I just discussed. So you can see this tick marks here means this application is deployed to Vercel. It means if you click here, you'll see the URL somewhere down, maybe, yeah, here. These are the three URLs from where we can access the application. Yeah, this one and this two are as well. This is the simplest one, I think. This is the live URL from where you can access our virtual application, our React application, you can say, TypeScript React application. All right, so let me put this on the right side and our VS Code on the left side. Okay, so we were actually talking about we are talking about CSS things. So I told you yesterday we will create some of the folders in here where we will include individual functionalities. So let me start with the context today. So I'm going to delete because there is nothing in here. So I will start from this context. So last time, I think you are already familiar with context. We have first learned the concept of context, right? And then later we try to implement it in feedback application. So previously we learned the concept and later we implemented it, but we implemented it not that much properly what we will do in real React application. Here we will implement context more properly. Where we will, what I mean more properly is we will create custom hooks here. So from custom hooks, we will drag some of the state from context, drag into custom hooks and send it from custom hooks. And then we will call that custom hooks from the component. So maybe if we have time today, we will actually talk about these custom hooks as well and try to create one as well. Okay, so in the final application, here is our final application as well. You can, let me see if I have the quick link somewhere. Think this one. This one is the final app, which is, oh, this one is the app that we are working on. Okay, but let me search then. Slash search description. This one is the final one. Here you can see a context folder somewhere here. So in there we have two contexts. We are going to create the product context first. Later we'll create cart context, because in the final application, let me open the final application as well here. Here you can see we have products as well as we have this cart. So these are two different functionalities. One is to display product, one is to actually deal with cards. That's why we'll not do it in the same context. It is possible to do in the same context as well. But to separate the concern, we will create a product context as well as card context. We'll create two contexts. You can see for this small demo application, we have two contexts. Means for real e-commerce application, we may have 10, 15 or 20 contexts. That may be possible. And I told you we will resolve that situation with Redux later, where in the Redux, we will have a single store, means we will have a single something like context. Okay, then let's go and create this product context now. And later we'll create card context. So, and in product context, here you can see we have custom hooks as well. So something started with this later called use is called hook, right? This is not a React hook. This is not available in React already. This is a custom hook that we will also create ourselves. All right. Any question, everyone? What we're trying to do here? Okay, then let's dive in. Maybe we can look sometimes here. So let me place here, and this is it. So let me start this application. And I'm currently inside here. This is not started. And there, and now it is started. So context, and then here product context. So in product context, first we'll create context. There in the final solution, you can see we have something called test. We'll do these things later. We haven't actually introduced what is test, how to write test cases in React, something called unit testing. We'll talk about it sometimes later, but let's see something about context now. So we are going to create this context now. So it is regarding products. You can name it any name you want. Like I'm going to name the same. So let me copy this name here and this one. So inside context, we have product context, and here I want to create this product context provided. All right. So I think now you can just help me, right? How to create a context. What is the first thing that I need to do to create context in React? Everyone? Will you give me some suggestion what to do here? What is the first thing that we'll do?
First thing we need to create context, like create context.
So we need to
React
import
does
some.
create context.
Yeah, right. You can import React only, or I can directly destructure here, right? And import create context here from React. We need this at first. We need to import create context. Now we have create context. So then I'll use this create context, right? That's why I imported it. So now what is this create context? What should I do now?
It's a function.
The function,
Like,
then let
okay,
me
yeah.
call this function. Then should I pass something here?
I think it's the initial field. We don't need to pass anything. So we assign it with a variable.
Okay. And what is this field called? Whatever we pass inside here. We didn't pass previously, I think, right?
Yeah,
Anything?
exactly. Yeah.
But this is the initial context value. So whatever you pass here will be the initial context value. Most of the time in plain JavaScript React application, we ignore this one. But in TypeScript, better to pass something, or if it is undefined, just pass undefined here. Okay. Otherwise, by default, it will be undefined, right? Initial state is nothing there. So I'll talk about sometimes undefined or null. So you can see, I think you will have clear understanding if you just search sometimes as well. Undefined versus. These are actually also confusing concepts in JavaScript. What is this undefined and null? Aren't they same? What is the difference? Let's see. You may have heard sometimes, right? I think there is a picture. So here are 4 cases. Let's say you are assigning a value in a variable, okay, JavaScript variable. Let me try to do that as well. So I'm just skipping this one for a few moments, okay? And let me go to app.tsx and let me do something here. So this is variable 1. So I'll create 4 variable here. So this is variable 2, this is variable 3, and this is variable 4. You are assigning 4 values to a variable. First one is a non-zero value, means you can pass anything here. Non-zero means maybe a string or a number. Let me have 10 here. First variable. Second, have a 0. So let me have 0 here. 0. And third is undefined. Third is null, actually. Third is null. Null. And then fourth is undefined, actually. Fourth is undefined. So these are the 4 values in a in 4 different variables. First one is variable 1, variable 2, variable 3. Actually, first one is containing some value here. So something is there, right? You can just see the picture here as well. There is something, right? There is something here. So there is some handle and it has some value here. So here as well there is something. There is value 10. So what we'll call actually, what is this called in English? Can you help me? How can I pronounce? You can say toilet tissue holder, or does it have another name? Okay, let's call it a tissue holder. So this first tissue holder is having some tissue here. It means it is having some value, right? So the second one is not having tissue, but only a holder here. So the value is 0, but there is something. There is something, right? It is actually finished. It is actually used completely. So we only have a holder. That's why it is similar to 0 here. So we don't have anything you can say, but it is 0 actually. So here is null. So what is this null actually? You can see null and undefined. So null means a value. Actually, it doesn't have this tissue holder, or you can say tissue tube, actually, right? It doesn't have tissue tube, but it is having a holder here. It is having a holder, but not having a tissue tube. But undefined means there is nothing. Nothing is defined here. Nothing is defined. So then what is the difference then here? So null means there is something, some space is available, but we haven't actually placed anything to that space. But undefined means no space is available, nothing is there, completely blank, right? So these are, you can see the visual pictures sometimes, what is the value available there. So definitely if we have some value in a variable, of course that is fine. But if we have 0 or empty, or you can say, yeah, 0 or empty, for those two values, you can say that it's having tissue tube, but it is missing those tissues. It is completely used. But null means it is having some space at least, but within that space we haven't actually assigned anything. So undefined means there is nothing, no space, completely undefined. We don't know anything about it. It is completely blank there. We don't know what is there. We don't know what we are going to place there. Okay, so this is the difference about null and undefined actually. All right, that's why they are not same. Okay, so I was telling this because we have initialized it with undefined. You can initialize it with a null value as well. So why am I initializing this with undefined? Previously, I didn't do anything right here. So let me not do anything here right now as well. So let me store this context to some. Actually, we have some error here. You can see except one argument, right? Because of TypeScript. Previously with React, there was no such error. You can go in feedback app and see in the front end, inside SRC, inside context, inside feedback context here, there is no error, right? With JavaScript application. But with TypeScript application, can you see? That thing that we are doing there was not correct actually. Actually, create context is created in React. You can hover over here and you can hold and press either Control if you are on Windows or Command if you are on Mac, and click here. This is the source code for the context function in React, implemented in React. And here you can see index.d.ts file. So let me go to the previous feedback application first, once again here, and let me click here on create context here as well. We have index.t.ts, but these are the same thing in React as well as React.TypeScript file. But since we don't have TypeScript support for our application in the feedback app, that's why it was not providing us any error. But here we have a TypeScript support. It is actually seeing what is actually required there. Create context is a function which requires at least one argument actually. So that's why we need to pass something there, otherwise it will throw us error. Okay, Is that fine? Any question? So that's why let's have undefined here and save it in some context, maybe product context. So we have created a context here. Now what should we do after creating a context?
We create a provider. First, we export the context, and then we create our provider related to the context.
Yeah, we export the context because it can be required anywhere, right? In any other file.
Exactly.
So yeah, we'll do that later if it is required, but we don't need to export if we want to use this in a single file, right? In the same file right
Yes,
here.
exactly. Yeah.
Not export it for now. Let's try to create a provider. Then you uh, told me that we need to have a provider, right? So let's have a provider. So I call it a context product provider. So this provider, the main job of provider here is to return product context or provider, right?
Yeah.
Product context dot provider. This is the main job of this product provider. Look how TypeScript is helping you here as well. It is throwing you error. You cannot do this. You are actually returning something, but your value is missing.
That's a children prop.
Yeah, maybe anything like, let me write hello here, but still we have some issue with product context or provider, right? What is that thing? What is that value means?
Children. So
Yeah,
he's
children
referring
means
to
I have
children now.
here means it will act like a children for now. It is fine, but we are missing one more thing here.
Value. Okay, okay, yeah, value.
Value prop that we need to write, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it is required. But let me go to, I'm comparing JavaScript with TypeScript here. Let me go once again here and oh, and they have feedback context. Maybe let me go to here. Where is that feedback context or provider here? And where, oh, I think I lost some commits here. That's why we don't have this value here. We need value here, right? While
Yeah.
providing. But let me go to app.csv. Okay, yeah. But look how our JavaScript application is not having any issue. We haven't provided any value here, right? But still working, no issue here. But if you run this file, this project and see it in the console on the browser, then you'll see error there. That is a runtime error. So that's why we need real-time error here, right? Instead of having error after running our code. That's why TypeScript is really useful. TypeScript is actually necessary in your React application. Are you somebody, I think, working as a React developer, right? Uh, do you have a project which is not having TypeScript support while you are working? Maybe I think Sahas, you are working, right? Yeah, I'm just asking if there is TypeScript setup in your project or not while you are working. Yeah, because you may realize, if there is no TypeScript support, we will have less error. Less error doesn't mean we can write easily. Less error means you are writing something which may not be good for the application, and your application may crash after you run it. Okay? So that's why it is better to have a suggestion before running it, right? It is better to have some uh, TypeScript is like a friend who is constantly helping us with our mistakes. So it is better to have friends, right? So that's why it is helping us here. Yeah. So let's go and pass some value. What should I pass there as a value? We need something here, some value, right? Currently, I don't have anything. That's why I'm just passing a simple string. But let's see what happens here. Once again, it is saying that, hey, the value, okay, yeah. Hey, you are doing this thing. You told me that the TypeScript, this context will have value undefined, and now you are passing a string. This is the error that you can see here from here. The string is not assignable to type undefined. Why? Because previously you told me, I told this context that this is the context which is having the value undefined. I'm assuming that this is the initial value and later I'll change it, but now it is not allowing me to change. I cannot change the value from undefined to this string now. Let me see if what happens if I pass undefined here. Now it is working. So initially, if you try to use TypeScript in your React application, that will be a frustrating part for you. So everywhere you'll see errors, errors and errors. But if you try to resolve those errors, then I think you'll learn React in better way. You will realize what is actually happening there. So here we are telling that context will have a value which is undefined. And we are not accepting anything else than undefined. So now tell me, how can we accept either undefined or let's say or string? How can I accept this both? How can I type this with TypeScript with some operator? If you want to accept two different types, then what should I do?
We do union operator.
Union operator, right? Exactly. And we'll use TypeScript generics once again. Remember with use state, what we did yesterday? With use state, there is some value, right? Initial value. And we wrote something like this here, right? This is called TypeScript generic syntax. And we type the initial value. If this is undefined, we type this, that will be undefined, and later suppose that I am trying to assign a number in it, then what I will do is have number here or undefined here. So I'm going to do the same thing with the context as well. Here as well, we can insert this TypeScript generic. And I'll tell this, hey, the context can have undefined value. That is the initial value, but it can also have a string, let's say. And let's try to pass a string now here. Now it is not complaining. It is working, right? So this is the support provided by TypeScript. Is it making some sense, everyone? TypeScript, why TypeScript is needed? In strictly typed programming language like Java or C, more strictly, or C++, there you don't have to do this. They are already typed. In C, you can write or create a variable by saying that my variables should be of type int. You write int here and the variable name and the value. So you will initially declare that that will be an integer. You have a precisely manipulate the value there as well. Maybe you can sometimes call that is an integer, that is a floating point number, that is a double value. You can pass any value in your variable by assigning its type first while you are writing. But in JavaScript, we don't have that support. That's why we are taking the help of TypeScript. Actually, TypeScript was introduced by Microsoft. Previously, in 1990s, Microsoft have their own JavaScript. Actually, it is not called JavaScript. I think JScript. I am not sure what is the name, but that is the competitor of JavaScript. At that time, JavaScript is also not that much popular. So Microsoft have their own version of JavaScript implemented in their browser, and the JavaScript is implemented in some other browser. And later, JavaScript is taken, the ownership of JavaScript is taken by an organization located in somewhere in Europe, I think, called ECMA International. So I'm telling this because there is a term derived from here. And this organization actually controls the feature of JavaScript. So it actually took the JavaScript. Previously, JavaScript was not organized. That's why it was not that much popular. Later, JavaScript is taken and the standards are maintained. And now the pressure is on Microsoft. They removed their own JavaScript version and implemented this JavaScript, which is maintained by ECMA International. And then JavaScript was standardized. But JavaScript is not the actual name of JavaScript. The name is actually the trademark owned by some other company. So that's why it is called ECMAScript actually. Everybody actually call it a JavaScript, but actually the official name, which is taken by that ECMA International, is ECMAScript. And later, ECMAScript has become the standard with standard for JavaScript for browser, and Microsoft actually implemented this as well. But Microsoft continues to build their own programming language called TypeScript, which is a superset of JavaScript. They realize that the JavaScript have some weakness, disadvantage, you can say. That is because it is a weakly typed programming language. So this TypeScript is maintained by Microsoft. Now we are using the same TypeScript here in our application together with JavaScript. Okay, so otherwise, if we do not use TypeScript, then we'll have some issue that we have already seen. Yeah, that's a little background. Let's continue here now. So what we did is we have typed this context here. Type this context, but string is not that much general. String means we can always pass a string here. A value may not only be a string, right? This is a product. Product may have your whole product story, right? So and as well as the state. What is the state of your product? Let me see once again the final output. What I'm trying to tell here is the loading state, right, for the product. This is the loading state initially. Now there are products. So we need to have this information of state. Is it fetching or not fetching? We need to have whole products. You can see if you inspect. As a React developer, you need to have understanding or you need to be more familiar with these tabs here, mostly with the network tab. And if you now refresh this application, you'll see a lot of requests are made here. And one particular request is important for us. This is, see, let's go. And here we have something called fetch XHR. We only want the fetch request or something like CRUD operation. And this one is important for you because this is from where from your data is coming. And if I go here on the preview, I can see all the data that are here in our application on the network tab. So these are the products you can see here. Product array. This is a product array actually. Product array is containing all the products here. Around 16 objects are here. Each and every object is now containing some property like available size XL. We'll actually type this all as well. Available size is having an array here. Currency format, currency ID, description ID, installment. So these are all the details for the products that you can see here actually visually. But as a developer, it is better to view here instead of viewing on the browser, because most of the things are not properly visible or hidden from there. You can see what is actually coming from API here. Okay, you just open the inspect element all the time and switch between this element console and network. Most of the time, if you are fetching something from API, you need to go to network tab and see what are the data coming from our networks. Networks means what are the data that we are fetching into our network from the API into our network means into this Chrome. Okay. Any question until now? So then, what I'm telling was this is not sufficient. The data product may not be always string. Product may have the state fetching or not, Boolean state, right? Product may have the whole products as well. We saw products array. So we'll have a whole product array. Means we need to uh, type those product as well. It means array is also there. Boolean variable is also there. We need to have a state updating function for that product as well. We need to pass many things from here. Means this is not sufficient. Means this is not also sufficient. We need to pass maybe sometimes Boolean, right? Or sometimes product array. But what type of array is this? We are not sure. Still, we can write object here. That's why we will not actually add using union operator. If you want to accept multiple types here, at that time we'll use interface. So what we will do here now is create an interface for product context. I told you most of the time we start with the letter I for interface. This is just a convention. Product context. So here we will now type our product. So if our products, let me just have products for now. Products, and these products will be let's say having array, let's say, but I'll have more precise control later here. I'll come back here and type this in a better way. But let's say just this product having an array, empty array for now, a type array, what I'm trying to say here. And another thing is whether that loader is there or not, like it's fetching something like that. But we don't have this as well. Let me at least write it. What is the status? Is fetching. Is it a false? Is it false or true? That will be Boolean actually. So we have this two already there. So instead of writing string there, now what I can do is have product context. Now I need to pass the value appropriately here as well. Now I call that there we can pass Boolean or product way. Now let me pass false here. And once again, it is having some issue because this is typing an object. I need to pass this inside object. Inside object, what I will do is there will be one is fetching. That is false, I can say. Once again, there is error. Now look at the error carefully and try to see what is the issue here. I passed the field there. What is there? Is fetching. I'm passing is fetching. Once again, it is having some issue here. Can you guess what is going on there? Yeah. So it says the error clearly here. Property products is missing in type is fetching false, but required in product. So, okay, product context. And here you can see products is missing actually. Can you see products is here? We are typing our interface, and in interface we are saying that hey, our value will context each fetching and products, but we are only passing each fetching. I told you each fetching and products means it is required and means compulsory. So sometimes we can make it optional as well. You can just write this question mark sign here, and now that error will be removed. Just a single question mark. So most of the time you'll see such kind of error. If that is required field, if that is required field, you can remove the required option from there just by having question mark here. Okay, these are now optional field. This is now optional field, but this is required. All right. So yeah. Mm, so let's create some states here now. So from use state, I'll create one for that fetching or not, one for this product. So initial value will be, let's say false. And here we'll accept each fetching and set each fetching. Now, instead of writing each fetching false here, we have each fetching already. I can write each fetching here. Once again for products. Okay, now tell me, I'm asking you something here now. Let me go here. Now tell me, what is the type of these products that we are receiving from API? What is the data type? Is it an array? Is it object? Or is it a string? What is the type here? What is the type of that products actually?
Alright.
It is an array, right? So array is also containing something there. Can you see? What is inside array actually? Can you look carefully? What is inside that array? Inside that array, the elements are they numbers, strings, or array, object? What is the type of the elements that we have inside array?
It's a object.
Yeah, object. Once again, let me go inside that object. We are really diving in there. So object, what is the type of that object? How many properties are there? You don't have to count it, but can you tell me what are the what is the type of the properties that are used inside this object? Are all the types same or different here?
Different.
They are using arrays, string, and number.
Array, string, number, and boolean as well.
One of them is array. This one is a string. This one is a string. This one is a string. This one is number, right? This one is number. This one is boolean. So this one is number. This one is number and string, string. Now data type is some of them are array, some of them are string, some of them are numbers, some of them are one of them is boolean actually, right? So it means we need to type it, otherwise we will see some unexpected issues in our application. So we need to type each and everything coming from here actually. It means you need to type each and every property or each and every value coming from your API into your React application. That will actually now make your application much robust. It means, let me remove this for now. Oh, this is completed. Use state is not there. Use state. Okay, so let's type the product, and from product we will receive all the products here. Set product. But what is the initial value? How can I type it now? That is one issue, right? So once again, let's create some interface for this product. Let's start from top, products. Let's have one interface. You can call it a single. Let me just make this interface for this single product. Okay, this is a single product, right? Zero is a single product. Can I say zero single product? One another product, two another product. Can I say that? In our application, we are having some products, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 16 products are there, right?
Yes. Yes.
That will we have 16 products. So
Yeah.
this gel is one product, right? Maybe this one.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
So let me take this product and type it. I'm just typing because all of them will have the same type, right? If I just type this single product, right? All of them are in the same format. If you see this one as well, available sizes, currency format, currency ID, description ID, installment, is free shipping, price, SKU, style, title. All of them will have the same property now. Then if I type the first product, then it will be same for all of the other products, right? So let me go and type this one. I'll call it I product. And this is the interface actually. Here, now we need to type this all. So let's start from here then, available sizes. You can copy the property name and paste it here, available sizes. So what is the type now? I need to write the type here. What should I write? String, number, array,
Object.
object, that is object. So that is not a general object, right? Object, but this is an array, right? Object, array is also object, but a special object, which is called array, right? I can also write this, but that is not a good practice actually. We need to more precisely type this array here. So how can I type array? Did I show you previously? Here you can see array, right? Products is an array. You can write this array operation. This is fine. Instead of writing this object syntax here, you can write this array literal. But in this array, let's watch more carefully here. What is the type of elements used in this array? What is the type of elements that are used inside that array? Are they string, all, or are they number or object?
String.
String. All of them are strings, right? Correct? We don't have any number, right? X is a string, L is a string, XL is a string, XSL is a string. All of them are string. Now my question is, how can we type an array which is containing its element which uh, all the elements are strings? How can I type such array whose all elements are string? So you can just write a string here, string. Now what this means is available sizes is an array which is having the elements where all of the elements are strings. Okay. Are you getting me? So later, if you try to have something in that available sizes, let's say you have one. So let's try to implement. Let me mock this product. Let me copy the value here and paste it product. Now it is better to do somewhere else. Okay, this product is a general product that we are using entirely out in our application. So I'll copy it, but let's go first and create some folder. It is better to have our type information of the product in separate file, which is now called model. So let's go and create this model folder, separate folder actually. So there we can have product.js, TS actually, this is TypeScript. Or if you just have a single model, then you can write index.ts. Okay, if you have multiple models, just write the name of your model. So index.ts will by default be pointed when we go to model folder. Let me paste it here. Oh, not this one. Let me go and cut this one and paste it here. Paste it inside model. And it says something is not exported from here because we will use it somewhere else, right? We'll use it inside context provider. So let me copy this value once again and paste it in product. Product equals to paste this one. So this, oh, all of them are copied, I think. Let me go back once again. I just want to copy the single element here. Only this one. Only this one. Actually, I'm not sure whether it is copied or not. Yeah. Okay. Now we have a single product here. We are typing this product in here. So let me comment this all for now. So we are just typing the singles, this one, right? So available sizes is, now we have written a string here. Now, how can I apply this interface to this product variable?
Gorak, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
That thing that you just copied and pasted, can you paste it in the chat? I don't have that site open.
Yeah, did you receive? I just sent on the chat.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I was asking all of you a question that we have an interface, we have one interface here. How can we apply this interface to this product? We have product here, right? How can we apply this interface to this product? Because this interface is related with product, right?
With the help of a function.
What is that?
With the help of a function. Like a compo.
With the help of function? No. What I'm trying to say is we have some type information here, right? For this product. How can we apply this type information for this product? We have interface here. I want to use this interface with product. I think you all were confused. This is simple, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's go. I don't have an interface anywhere. Yeah, here. We have one interface. We have applied this interface to product context, right? Here.
Yeah, you mean I use a generic. So.
Yeah. This is already available with create context. That's why we used generics. Create context accept generics. But this is a simple variable that we created, right? I want to apply this to this product. So let me ask you another question then. So how can I type this product now? I just want to type this product. It is not exported. That's why the error is shown here. Let me instead comment this one. Need to export it. So I have this product here. How can I type it with TypeScript? How can I type some variable with TypeScript actually?
The let keyword,
What was that?
like using let.
Live? I think I'm not getting you, Alan. What
No, I
was
was
that?
thinking of something else. I was thinking of using let, like how we used variables for JavaScript.
What I was trying to say is we have some variable. Let's say, let me make it a little more simple then. Really simple. We have some variable, let's say age, which is having value 30. Now, how can I type this variable? How can I say this variable will be a number all the time?
Oh, using the colon and then typing number.
Yeah, I was actually hoping everyone will answer this.
Oh yeah. You mean
Number, right?
the keys and values you have to. Okay.
This is what I mean typing a variable in TypeScript. If I ask you how can I type this variable, then I'm assuming that I'm referring to this line of code actually. Okay, we type this number. Now we want to type this product, right? How can I type this product? Let's say we don't have any interface. What should I do?
Product semicolon.
Semicolon right here, right?
Yeah.
This is colon actually, yeah. And then
I'm sorry, colon. Array of string.
Then curly braces start.
yeah, because this is object, right? Then we should have object here as well. Right? Object here. We are typing object. This is not a string, right? Is it a string? If this is a string, then we'll write a string there. But this is object right now. So we need to write object literal syntax first. And inside that object, we have this property. Only one property currently, right? All of them are commented, means they are not there. So we have this single property. Now, how can I type this property inside that object? So I want to
Using
type
the
this
name, just a name.
Yeah, name inside this literal, or do I need to type it right here?
Available sizes.
Available sizes inside this literal, right? Right here,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I need to, yeah, right. So available sizes here, and now
And a semicolon and then type.
hold on, and then type is now what is the type?
Now array.
Here. Okay, and what type of array is it? Is it a general array?
It's a array of strings.
Array of string. So you need to write string here, right? Now this is typed, completely typed. If you try to insert some number here, let's try to do that. Now it is not working. It is having error here. You cannot assign number into array string. This is what we want. And can you see? This is the same thing that we are writing here. Right?
So yeah, Gorak, a question. So what's a good practice like to write it inline like this, or to declare a interface and write it inside the interface?
Yeah, if you have a number or a string or a single line of code, right? Something like this. If you have your generics, which is accepting one undefined here, as well as this is the interface. But in general, if you have a string or a number, then you can directly type it here. But if you have object, then you will create interface. Okay, that is the general case. So if we are having object, then we will create an interface for that object. All right. So means I'll remove this one from here. This is this interface actually, whole interface. Whatever I am highlighting from here to here is this interface from here to here. So that is having a name. That's why let me remove this from here and grab this name and paste it here. Okay, is this fine, everyone? Is it creating confusions? No. So yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming that most of the time when it is creating confusion, you are on silent mode. So that's why I'm asking you. So if you have some questions, we can discuss. So let's type this currency format. It is currently having error here. Why? Because we haven't listed it inside interface and we are writing the property name here. Now let's type that currency format as well. Now TypeScript will slowly start making sense. I think you will not understand immediately all the TypeScript things, but once you implement it, I think it will start making more sense to you. So currency format here. What is currency format? What should I write here? What is the type actually?
String.
What is that?
String.
String, yeah. Yeah, this is really simple now. This is repetitive. Okay, now we want to type currency ID here. And currency ID is also string. Finally, description. Now, once you know a single step, that's why basic is important. Once you know how we can apply interface and how we can type basic variable, then everything will become repetitive things. So now let's go to ID. ID is not there. So ID. What is the data type?
I think we have to use a comma, right? At the end.
Here.
We're using semicolon.
Yeah, with interface, we'll use semicolon, not comma.
Oh, okay.
This is not object. This is not object actually. This is an interface. This is a TypeScript interface actually. Okay, that's why don't be confused with interface. We will have semicolon. This is completed. If that is object, then we'll have comma, but this is not an object. So what is the type of ID here?
Number.
Yeah. Number. So now this is becoming really simple to you. So what you can do is grab everything from here, installment, and let me do it in a simple way if I can. Now this is repetitive. Let me copy this one.
Gorak,
And
a question.
yeah, sure.
So does the order of the interface like elements matter? Like
No, no. In object as well, the order of our properties doesn't matter, right?
yeah, yeah.
That's the interface order also doesn't matter.
Okay.
So description, we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, installment is there? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me 4, 5, 6. So we want installment there. This is actually number. And after ID, no, now is free shipping. This is definitely string. And okay, what happened here? This is not a string actually. This is a Boolean type, right? Boolean type, true or false. Price. So let's go to price. Put price here, and this will be number. And finally, we have SKU. SKU is also a number. This is a number actually. And we have style and title. Style and title, both of them are string. We have ones. Oh, this is fine. Now we completely typed our object coming from the API. In real world application, you will do the same. You will type everything coming from there. Okay, you will have the schema, you will have the format of the API response, then you will type it. You will collaborate with a backend developer, and you will just implement TypeScript support for the variable that you are using. Okay. Any question, guys? What you long?
Yeah, Gorak. On one of those interface, I think it was iProduct context interface. I think it was on one of these files. I don't know which file it was. Yeah, where we declared this iProduct interface context. iProduct context interface.
Are you asking something here? Why
Not this one. Not this one. I don't know which file it was. Which TypeScript file it was. I think it was.
This is the iProduct.
Yeah. So here on line number 5, the question mark is, does this imply it's a ternary operator? Like, are we trying to write a condition here, number 5? Like products is an array.
This is not a ternary one. This is called optional chaining operator in JavaScript. This means it's optional. We are creating something optional. Okay. So products is now optional. If you search for this one. So this is the operator that we are using there. The question mark. This is optional chaining one.
Okay.
Yeah. When you want to see if that is there or not with object, we'll use it. I think you need to see our JavaScript lecture. We did this one, I think, there. So we use sometimes with JavaScript object as well as with TypeScript if we are trying to create something optional. Okay, why we use a JavaScript? We want to check if dog is there or not. You can see adventure dot dog is not there, right? It means here we will have the output undefined. So we are stopping the flow here. Okay. Is this fine?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go here. So we typed product completely, means we have exported from there as well, right? We don't need this product now. We are just seeing if we can type every property or not. So we have already typed every properties. Now we just want interface. This is the product interface. Can you see? These are products. This is not products. All the products. This is a single product, only referring to single products. These are all products. Now tell me, first let's go. All the products. So what is the data type of these products? This is becoming really important, okay? One of the important concept that we are saying here. So these products, can you tell me the type of these products? Products, what is the type? Is it an array or number or a string? What is that actually?
It's an array.
Array.
It's an array, yeah, right. It's an array containing. So now I'm writing array here. If so, now tell me what are the elements of that array? Or I'm asking you, what is the type of elements of that array? Here are the elements. What is the type of these elements? Is it a string? Is it number, array, object? What is the type of elements? All the elements used in there. If they are different, then you can tell me some of them are array, sorry, some of them are numbers, some of them are string or object. But currently, can you see all the elements are having the same format, aren't they?
They are object with a different element types.
Different value, you can say.
I mean, sorry, yeah, type value.
Properties are same, right?
Yes.
So all of them are object.
Yes.
But we have already typed them, right? All of them. Did we type all of them? All of the objects already? No?
I think
We
we can
typed.
use the same interface we just created.
Now what you can say is these are the elements of type iProduct. Can you say that? Products is having elements. Products is an array which is having 15 elements, 16 I think, right? 16 elements. And all of them are having the same type, which is called iProduct, because we have iProduct here. If you don't have iProduct, then you can say we have 15 elements inside products. All of them are objects. But now we have more control over that object, right? We have typed all of the objects here. Now we can say products is having 16 elements and all of them are having same type, which is called iProduct. Is this statement clear to you, everyone? I think you have some confusion here.
Can you repeat it one more time?
Yeah, you want to repeat again, right? So products is an array, right? Is this fine? Products is an array, right? And it is
Yeah, I
having
got that part.
some elements. We don't care about how many elements are there. But all of the elements are having the same type. What I mean by same type is all of them are having the same name here. But all of them are also object. Here you can see element number 0 is object having some property, available size and many more properties. But all of the properties are same. You can expand it and see this property inside this 0 element and this property inside 0 element are same. We don't care about value. Okay, we don't care about value right now. We are just caring about the element type. All of the element type are object, right? And we have taken this object already here. This is the object, right? For all of the elements. If you see here, for first element, we have available sizes, currency formats, currency ID. We have it here. Now we can say this 0 element is having a type I product. Can I say that? The 0 element is having the property available sizes. Available sizes is also here, right? Currency format is here and here. Type is a string, right? That's why the 0 element is of type I product. For first element as well, we have available sizes, currency format, all the way to title here. It means first element is also of type I product, right? Because we have typed it. Otherwise, you can say it is an object. Now we have typed it. It is I product here in our case. That's why the 0 element is of type I product. First element is of type I product. Second element is also of type I product because all the properties are typed here. It means all of the elements are of type I product, aren't they? Is it clear now, Helen?
Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah. So I can say, now let me repeat the statement that I previously, I'll do some modification there, okay? So what I said is, we are having a products from API, which is an array, which is having some elements. We don't care about it. Currently we can see it. That's why we can say it is having 16 elements. And all of the elements are of type I product. Can I say that? So all of the elements, means total 16 elements in there, all of them are having the same type, which is called I product. I product means all of the elements are object now. You can see I product is an object, right? It is typing an object. So from here as well, now what I mean by I product, all of the elements are of type I product means all of the elements are object having these properties in all of the elements. So it means all of the 16 elements inside an array are containing the same property, available sizes, currency format, currency ID, right? They are object. So previously, now let me go back. Now it will make more sense. Previously, when I am typing an array which is having all of the elements string, what should I do? Array and write string, right? Are you getting it? Previously in available sizes, here in available sizes, these are all strings, right? Are they? They are strings, right? So I am typing string here. So how can I type an array which is containing all the elements string? How can I type that? Can you tell me? Let me just write it here. I just want to type an array which is having all the elements string. What should I write here?
String.
String and
Array.
array syntax, right? Now this will tell you this is an array having all the elements of type string. Now we have an array which is having all the elements of type what? What is the type of all the elements here? Yeah, what is that?
Object.
Yeah, are you referring? Can you repeat again, Samyak, I think?
Yeah. You're asking the type of the elements, right?
Yeah, all the elements here inside
Yeah,
product.
all the elements are object, right?
Object. Yeah, once again you are going object because we have already typed that object. What is that object called here?
Now I product.
I product. Yeah, actually I was expecting that. So all the elements of type I product. That's not called object. Object is called I product now. There is object means more general, high level. So we want precise answer. So that object is of type I product actually. So that's why previously if we have some elements of type string, then we write string here. Currently we have elements of type I product. That's why we'll write I product here. So this refers, now what is this saying is I product is not imported here actually. We should import it. Is it exported? Yeah, it is exported. Sometimes it should be imported while I'm writing. Yeah, here it is imported now. So now instead of writing a string, this is an object which is I product. So now what this line is telling you is products is an array of type I product. What is I product? We need to go and see here. I product is this product actually. So now what you can say is products is an array containing all the products which are of type this product here, this object you can say, right? So this is how we type our, we use practically interface in our application. So we typed data coming from our API into our application here. Now I'm writing I product. This is more precise. So I can now only use, so what I can do is, let me try and show you. We have this product only defined here. Let me have console log here. Console log. So inside console, I want to print the products, but only one property from there. Products dot. So let's see. This is the same product. We haven't applied that interface here. We need to apply it. So now tell me, how can I apply interface to our use state hook? Use state hook is having products, right? I want to repeat that statement once again. Use state hook is actually providing you products. So what is the type of products? It is an array of I product, right? It is an array of I product. So what we can say is initially it is having some type. Maybe you can say general array. Initial, this is the initial value. And later we will store all the products coming from I product of type I product, we can say, instead of coming from is of type I product. So I product, actually now products is an array of type I product. Products will only contain those objects which are of type I product. So let me continue this console log once again. So I just want to access some property from there. Products dot, so let me see. I'm currently not able to see any property coming from there. These are all properties available in our strings. Let me try to use one of them, but I cannot, right? Because products is an array. I cannot directly access something from an array here, right? So let me instead do something else. Let me create my array. This is an array, and I want to create an array of type product, I product. This is an array of type I product. I product means everything here. So I want to have the some description here. So let me have description in there. Description. So now it is providing you error. What is the error here? Can you see? Can you see? I'm writing object correctly. I'm applying interface. Something is issue with this interface actually. If you remove this interface, that error will be gone. So I'm applying this interface to ARR. Because we haven't said that these are the optional field. These are the required field, right? All of them will come from our API. That's why we make them required field. But if you want to use some of the field only, then you can make them optional as well. So what I can do here now is make this optional. Instead of, I'll not make that description optional. Let me make all of them optional for now. Then I can only use whatever is required. All of them are optional now. Now that error will be gone from here. Okay. So now here inside this object, I was just writing some I was just typing one name here, and you see description is already provided here. Where is it coming from? Description. Actually, it is coming from here. Description. Let me try to write avail A there. Let me see if we can have some suggestion. Available sizes. Can you see? All the suggestions are coming from TypeScript here. So yeah, if I just want to write price there, I'll type P and suggestion will come here. So this is actually, there is a lot more power in TypeScript. If you use it in real product, TypeScript will actually boost your the way you write code. Actually, it will eliminate the errors. It will provide you better suggestion. We are having this suggestion because we are using this iProduct. If I remove this iProduct from here, then once again try to write P there. Where is the price? There is no price suggestion, right? Unnecessary suggestions are here. So this is actually another advantage of TypeScript. So later we will see proper suggestion while we are using the interface. All right, so yeah, we typed our product here and we initialize that product in React state called products. All right. So now let's go and yeah, we need to fetch it as well, but we haven't completed our state till. So we have this is fetching. Let's go and fetch this product from somewhere. Maybe it is, we have the URL here. We have this URL. These products are coming from here actually. And we will fetch this URL into our React application and we'll get this product. All right, maybe we can take some break and then start fetching these products from API. We will use either Axios or Fetch for that. Maybe you can create another folder called services. In there, we'll do the fetch operation and use those results here in our application. All right. So for now, let me comment this one. We use TypeScript interface here. Created product context. So let me comment this one with. So this is the feature actually implemented. All right, then, do you have some questions, everyone, before going into the break session? Is this becoming slightly complex? The explanation that we saw today regarding TypeScript?
It was okay. It's not that complex. Just a new thing.
So yeah, ask me if there is something. So let's have some break then, around 10 minutes, I think, and then we'll come and paste this product into our application, and we'll display here in the browser as well. Right? So yeah, let me mute here. I'll meet you after 10 minutes, guys. Everyone, can we continue now? Everybody, are you here?
Yes, Gaurav.
It is freezingly cold here in Kathmandu, Nepal. How is the weather there at your location?
It was negative 30 on Friday.
30?
Yeah, negative. It was snowing on Kansas.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
And-
same thing in the north as well.
And my heat system is not working.
But that sucks.
It's been 4 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think, is there anybody who is having not that much cold, maybe in summer, not that much winter location? I think all of us are having this same weather currently, right? It's really cold, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I just went out and I couldn't actually sit there, so I came back to room. It's really cold outside. So yeah, let's continue then. So we want to fetch this product into the React application. Most of the time as a React developer, this is your main job, to fetch applications from the React app, from outside API into your React app to fetch some data. So the data is coming from this URL, right? This one, this URL. I think you know how to do that, right? Try to help me, guys, everyone. I will just follow your instruction. Okay. So I just want to fetch this data into my React application. So what should I do? I just want to have this data. This is in this URL currently. I just want to have this into my React application. Then what should I do?
Create a async await function. For
Sync
the
await
actions.
function. Okay. Where should I create? In the current product context or app.tsx or somewhere else?
App.tsx.
App.tsx. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. But the condition is different, right? App means the main purpose of this app.tsx is to render other components in here.
Oh, yeah.
So can we do somewhere else? Maybe in the final application, do we have it here somewhere opened? I think it is closed. Let me just search it. Maybe it is my history. Just a second, I'm trying to grab the final project. TypeScript cart actually. So it is here. So we want to fetch the data from API. We can do that in app.tsx. That's fine. We can do it there. But since it is related to getting data from external location, let's create another folder. Here you can see as well in SRC, there we have a folder called services. Most of the time, the name of the folder will also let you know what is the thing in there. What I mean is in context, we will have context information about context, right? Code about context. In components, we have components, the JSX code, as well as CSS as well. So in models, we have TypeScript information, right? We created a folder called model, and in there we created interface. In services, we will have information regarding API or fetching some data from API, posting some payloads to API, right? Those operations regarding API. So let's go inside services, and here you can see it is having a file called product.ts, and here those data are fetched using Axios. Okay, let's do the same. So let me instead put this somewhere here, and let's start here. So what should I do now? Where should I start from? I just want to get this data into the React application. What is the starting point? What should I do first? I'll just follow your instructions, guys. If something is wrong, then I'll try to correct you. Otherwise, just hint me. I'll try to follow you and implement here in the React app. Can you give me
Wait,
some
so are we
instruction?
doing it in app TSX or a new folder?
No, we'll do it in new folder, similar to the project that we have that I showed you.
Okay.
Okay. So let's create that new folder then. That is called services, right? And in there, let's create product.ts. Why TS? Because we will not write JavaScript, HTML here, you can say, or JSX. Then what should I do?
If you're using Axios, you need to import it.
Import what? Axios?
Axios, yeah.
Okay. We need Axios, right, to fetch data. But Axios, did we install it already in our React application?
Not on this one.
It should be here somewhere.
It's not here. It's not.
It's not here. So let's go and install it there. So we'll write yarn add Axios, right? We install Axios. Am I correct?
Yes.
So let's hit enter. Okay, so do we need to install @types / Axios as well? We don't know, right? Maybe you can see the documentation of Axios. Is TypeScript support already included, or do we need to install it? Sometimes we don't know about something which is installed from external source, right? Axios is a third-party library created by some developers. So we will not know anything about it when we are using. If they are popular, then we'll know while we are using a lot of time. But at first, we don't know anything about new library, right? So let's go and use Axios with, let me write use Axios with React. Oh, I think I mean to say TypeScript. Or as well as React, you can also say. Here you can see it is installed. We installed it already. So we don't need to, I think, install any other library. So you can also see official documentation of Axios as well. Here you can see TypeScript is Axios is installed actually and used it. It is used here. So type support is already available, I think there. Let me go and see what is there inside Axios. I don't need this feedback app right now. Let's go in here. Axios is here, and here you can see index.d.ts. If you have this file into some package that you install, then there is a TypeScript support available. You need to make sure, right? If you are installing some packages, then you need to make sure, do I need to install @types for that particular package or not? You can see here, for React, we have @types React. For React DOM, we have @type React DOM, right? For style component as well, we have the TypeScript support for style component. When you go inside style component here, all the way down here, you don't see any index.d.ts file here, right? Means there is no inbuilt TypeScript support for style components. That's why we installed the support for style components @types style component. And all the way up here, you will have a file called @types. In there, you will have TypeScript support for your packages like React, React DOM, and style component. But with Axios, we have a folder where we have a native inbuilt TypeScript support. We don't need to install @types Axios now. All right, this is extra information. Sometimes developers used to forget those things and don't know about TypeScript support is available or not. And we used to install some library and we don't install TypeScript support for that library, and That will not work in our React application with TypeScript. Okay. So we have Axios here. Now what should I do? How can I get? The main job is to get, the main aim is to get this data into the React application. Not here. The main job is to actually get this data here inside app somewhere. Inside app, and if we have data, then I will display here. And we are trying to do something here to get those data from API. Now what should I do, everyone? I'm just asking you because we have already done these stuffs previously. Since we already have Axios here.
Import
Yeah,
Axios
import
from
Axios, yeah. And then after importing, let's import it then. Import Axios from Axios. Now we have imported it. Now what should I do?
Create async function for GET request.
Okay, so create a function that it will be async, right? You need to make it async. A function name may be anything, right? Get product, something like it. Get products. This is a function. So I created a async function. Now what should I do? I just want to follow your instructions so that yeah. Oh, yeah. We need to await the response. So where will that response come from?
From like axios.get.
Okay, axios.get. Okay, yeah, get is optional here. If you want to get some data, you can either write get or do not write get. Axios.get or Axios. Then is it a function? Do I need to call it? I need to call it. So what should I pass in there?
URL.
So URL. This is coming from here, right? Is this the URL?
Yes.
Yeah, from where we will get data. And that URL, should I type it directly?
No, we need to put it in what, like double curly braces.
Double or single quote?
Yeah. Quote. Yeah, sorry.
In a string, you can say also, right?
Yeah,
That
exactly.
should be in a string format here. And then
we need to await and return it.
Okay, then await it. Await, and this is the final data. Something will have something in data. Let's await. And will this data contains this data?
Yeah, like it returns an like array of like objects, I think.
Okay. Okay.
And inside there is data, and that data consists of this result.
This result. Maybe there is another data in there, right? Inside this data.
Yeah, exactly. We need. I think we can directly destructure there.
Restructure it. Okay, that's great. Restructure it, and we have data here. And if I try to write something different, like random, see how this TypeScript is helping you here as well. Hey, you are accepting something random. It is not available there. But with React, let me go if I have React or not somewhere. Feedback app. Let me go here in the front end. I don't know if there is Axios used or not. Maybe in the context, in the feedback context. Oh, okay. I lost some comments. That's why it is not available there. But let me do it destructure here as well. Let me write response. See, nothing is there, no error. Everything seems to be working. This is the disadvantage of React only without TypeScript. We don't see any error, means everything will work, right? But if you run this app, it will crash. It will crash in the browser. We don't want to crash our application in the browser. We want to crash it here if something is wrong, right? So that's why TypeScript is really important. So yeah, that's why it is providing you error. Here it says, hey, you are accepting random, but it is not available in Axios. This is because of TypeScript support. So let me accept data. Now there is data, that's why we can accept it. All right, so now what should I do?
Could you send the link in the chat, please?
Oh, sure. Sorry for that. This one, right? This
Yep.
link?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just guys, let me know. Sometimes I miss something that is essential for you. Yeah, I just sent in the chat. Okay, so is it, are we getting data now here, this data? Or do we need to do something more there?
We need to return since it's a function. Yeah.
Or we can return something here, return data, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And that's all right.
Don't you have to convert the data into text?
That's data into what?
Like text?
Text? This text?
Or
Oh,
I think it
you
means to
mean,
like convert it into
oh,
like a JavaScript format. So the data is already in JavaScript format, so it's not required, I think.
yeah. Previously, we were using fetch for that one. If you are using fetch, then you need to do that conversion, one more step conversion. But with Axios, we don't need to do that. Right? That's why we don't need to convert it. It is automatically converted. The JSON format data is converted into JavaScript object with this Axios library.
Also
Right?
catch an error, I guess, right?
Oh
Or
yeah, that is what I was expecting from you guys. Catching error. This is not still completed. Sometimes the data will not come from here. Sometimes you don't have your internet connection, let's say. Sometimes the server crashes. Sometimes there is some issue within this API. Then we will get error. We'll not get data here. So at that time, we will do something different. So what can we do here to catch such error? We have one block,
We
right?
can implement
Popular block.
try catch.
Yeah, try catch. Yeah, that's right. We need to implement that try catch here. And we will do this thing inside try, right? And inside catch, if there is some error, then we'll return some error here. You can either return error, or for now, let me console log the error. Now this is more robust. So is there anything more that we can do? What do you think? There is one thing actually regarding TypeScript. We don't have any TypeScript support here, right? No TypeScript at all. So what is the data, the response of this data? What is the type? What is this actually? What is the type of this data? Is it a string? Is it a number? Is it an array, object? What is this?
So they are like iProducts.
Yeah, data will contain that iProducts. That's right. It will contain that iProduct. So it means we need to actually, it will return something, right? Get product will return this data. We are returning this data, and data will contain that iProduct. That's right. So now can I import that iProduct here? And where should I actually write that iProduct? Let's say that I have iProduct here. And where should I apply it? Can I apply directly here or somewhere? Maybe. I just want to apply it to this data actually, that iProduct.
I think we should
like
use
after data, curly bracket, and then colon iProduct.
Here, right?
Yeah, colon
So
iProduct.
here, and I'll write data, and then I will take that iProduct here. Now we have TypeScript support here. The data will be of type iProduct. you'll understand in better way here. You'll know what is the data type, what are the data coming from API as well if you try to use TypeScript here. Now this data is nothing, it is the data of type iProduct. Okay, is there something that we missed here? Okay, I think this is fine for now. We can do something like if this server is down, then what should I do? What should I do? Currently I'm console logging. Maybe we will use another server. At that time we will implement two server here, maybe a local server. What I mean by server is two API. We'll have data in our local environment setup server here. Maybe we will store our data here in the JSON format. If the live server is down, then use that data. But let's not do that for now. This is fine. We are assuming that this is coming properly. Otherwise, we will console log error. Maybe we'll try to implement local data later, saving all the data in JSON format somewhere here. Okay. So for now, it is completed. Now, the main goal is also not completed, still not completed, right? We can export it from here, export this function from here. But our main goal is to get this data here into our app.tsx and render it in the browser. This is our main goal. So what should we do now? Is there something that we can do?
Like, do we need to render it in like different component or in within app?
No, we can render it in any components within our React application. This is just an example.
Like we can use that in like a context, like we can define that in context provider and pass it through context so that we can like.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Define it in context provider. Why not use it directly here in app?
Since like the main thing about like a context provider is like it provides to its children, so app can be the children of the provider, so it can easily receive the data and our code will be more clean.
Yeah, the main why we are using context is the main purpose is to use that data throughout our application and keep it in synchronization. In sync is also important because if you directly import it here and if you directly import it in any other components, then that data will not be in sync with each other. That's why we will take it here, just keep it here and use from here. So we will have a single location from where we can use this data, right, throughout our application. And some of our data is modified, then that data will be modified in this single location within our context. Okay, then, so let's create one function here into the context. So let me create here inside the context. So why do I want to create a function actually? Let me ask you guys, how can I get this data once again here? Because we have already faced it here. The data is already here. How can I take it into the context?
First, you would have to import it.
Directly import it? What should I import? This get product, right? So yeah, let's import it. Import get products from services products. Now it is imported. Okay, now is this data available? Can I now save it in variable like const the you can say final data or something like this, or API data or product data. And is this containing our data? Get products. What is this get product actually? What is the type?
Of iProduct.
No, it is not iProduct. Is it array or object or function or what is this get product? What is this get products? Get products is a function, isn't it? This is a function, right? Get products. This is what we are importing here. Isn't it a function? We are using here. So we need to call it, right? That's why I was asking you. Otherwise, without calling a function, how will it execute? Until now, we are creating it, but we are never using it, right? We exported it from here,
Yes.
imported it here. We need to use it. To use this function, we need to call it, right? It is not a callback function. We need to call it. If that is a
Yeah.
callback function, then that will be called. Yeah. Now, what do you think? Will we receive data here into the product data from get products? Because get products is returning this data.
I don't
What do you
think
think?
so.
You don't
I
think
think
so?
we need to like, yeah. Like I have tried and like in previously, but I think we need to use one more async function to get the data.
Oh, it means this is not data. Whatever you are returning from
It's
here is not data.
it's the data. It's the data.
Okay. Then
Like
why
since
do we
it's an
need
async
another?
function,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
tried it
Whatever you are
once.
saying
Yeah.
is correct actually. Yeah. But why do we need to use async? That is one question actually. Because we are returning something here. If you are returning data, then something is returned from function should be available here, right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
this is not a normal function, right?
Yeah.
What do I mean by this is not a normal function? Uh, Why is it not a normal function actually?
Because it is getting data from the rewarder, like API.
Yeah, getting data from API, right? It is going somewhere outside of React application, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it will take some time as well, right? But we are immediately accepting the data here. We want data immediately here. This is called synchronous operation. We are importing get products. Immediately we want data from get product. But will it be able to provide you data immediately?
No.
No, it will not provide you that data immediately. It will provide you immediately what? It will provide you something immediately. Yeah, it will provide you promise immediately. Whatever you get here, this is a promise actually. Let me hover over here and you will see this is a promise. That's why to consume a promise, maybe you need to implement async await one more time or dot then, right? So now you are,
Yes.
are you clear why we are not getting data here immediately?
Yes. Yes.
This is really important, okay? If you are using async await function, this is really important. It will return immediately a promise, not your data. So that's why you are getting promise here. Otherwise, if it is a normal function, then we don't need to actually do that then or async await. You will get data there immediately. This is called side effect. It is creating a side effect and it is a synchronous operation. Creating side effect because it is now actually fetching data or grabbing data from some external URL. It will take some time. Now it will not execute in the main thread in JavaScript engine. It will now be postponed in future. All of the synchronous work will first completed and then later it will be this will be done. That's why at first you will get promise here. Okay, so how can I consume that promise? Another question. How can I get the data then? This is a promise. And promise will provide you one data eventually, result you can say. It cannot provide data all the time. It will provide you some result. So how can we actually accept that? How can we actually get that result here?
Dot then.
The result. Yeah, either you can use dot then or
Async await.
async await. Yeah, both of them
Async
are
await.
will work for you. You can use dot async to use async await. What should you do?
You
You
create
need to
another
create a
async
function.
function.
Async function. Yeah, that's right. So let's use then. This is really simple here. race, and this race is actually, let me return race from here. Race means response. You can say data as well. You can say this data as well. Finally, you will get data here in the product data after doing this operation, after attaching this at the end. This is consuming the promise, this line of code. Okay, whatever we are writing here. All right. Is it making some sense? So this is product data. Means what is the type? Here you can see iProduct or undefined.
iProduct.
Undefined. Why it is undefined? Because initially we call it undefined. We have something undefined initially, but whatever you are writing here will be promise of type iProduct or undefined. Initially it is undefined. So actually this is not related to this context till now. We haven't actually implemented with context. So product provider is never exported from here. It is never used. So we will try to use that. So this is of type iProduct actually. So then let's go and send it here into the context through products, right? We have a products here inside context. Products will have this product data. Something is wrong there right now. Let's see what is wrong inside products. Okay. So type this one is actually a promise. And you are now trying to pass a promise through your context. Immediately will not get data here. Immediately will not get that data. We have some issue once again. So it will treat this. So this operation is asynchronous, right? It will execute at the end. This one attached there is asynchronous operation. So then we need to actually set these products. Instead of having product data here, we need to actually set these products. So how can I actually set this product? How can I, my question is, I have data there. So how can I actually get that data here into this context provider and put this into this products variable?
You set products?
Yeah, set products. So now where can I use that set product? Can I directly write set product here on line number 17 and set product with product data?
Use effect.
Yeah, now we need to use effect because it will go in that infinite loop. So use effect. So I was trying to actually make you familiar with optimization techniques as well today. I think I cannot do that. This is slightly related there. And here is empty dependency. We'll see similar approach in there as well. We have something called use callback and use memo hook. Maybe we'll see that tomorrow. But let's see. So inside use effect hook, let me paste it here. Now we have our product data here, right? My question once again is, we haven't set this product. So where should I use set product? Can I use set product here? Set product and set this product with product data here. Can I do that?
Yes.
Think so.
But this product data is still a promise. Use effect is a synchronous operation. It is not an asynchronous operation. It will execute first. Later you will get product data. Product data is still a promise. Although you are actually having something here that is returned from here, this is still a promise. You will never get your data before all of your code execution is completed in your React application. To be more precise, before all of your synchronous code execution is not completed. So this is a synchronous code. This is also asynchronous code, means product data is still a promise. Situation here is we are getting this all the time a promise. We want this to be a data. So from where we can use set products actually. We cannot use set products in synchronous operation because data is in asynchronous operation, right?
Yeah.
And we are using set product in synchronous operation. We need to use this set product in that asynchronous operation. Then we'll get data there. So where is our asynchronous operation?
Product
This one.
In like that variable.
This one,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So we will use set product somewhere here. So where are we getting data? Here. That's why we will use set products here instead of using it here. So cut it from here and paste it here. Now we don't need to actually store it somewhere. We don't need the output actually. We need finally to set the product. So this product data is actually, we are having data here. We need to set the set products with data now. So once again, I think there is some issue here. It says it is not assignable to type I products. So type undefined is not assignable. So what is the issue once again? There shouldn't be any issue, right? But there is some issue here. So here the data is of type undefined or I product. Right? Data is of type undefined or I product here. So, oh, it is of type I product? Where are we declaring that? Maybe here. This is, the data is not of type I product, isn't it? Is it? Is it of type I product? We are missing something here. Are we getting a single product there?
No.
Inside data? We are getting all
No.
the product. How can we type it
All the
more
product, yeah.
precisely? Yeah. There are all the products available in data. This is an array of I product actually, right?
Array of I product. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This is what we need to do there. Now let's go here. Once again, if I hover over here. So it is an array of I products as well as undefined. Why undefined is coming here actually? Let's go once again here. We are returning something and we have our data here. And it is of type I product. And we are returning something here. And let's go here. And here actually, we will get our promise, which is of type I product or undefined. Okay, so initially as well, you don't have promise initially. Initially, the promise is coming because we are using this axios operation. But we have one issue here. Is there any way to resolve it? It is also getting undefined there. Do you think there is one way to resolve it? We can do one thing there. In somewhere in line number 14. We can do something in line number 14 and we can add one more type there.
Undefined.
Yeah, undefined. So here, later we'll try to remove it as well. Okay, something is wrong here. What is it?
Spelling.
Oh, yeah. Undefined. Now everything is fine. See, TypeScript will provide you a lot of errors. You need to fix it. So while fixing this issue, you will learn many things, but your application will not be stable soon. It will take some time. But the time is actually, this is the initial effort that you are applying to your application. Later, your application build time will be more faster. Initially, it will take some time to implement TypeScript as well into your application. And the result will provide you a faster build developer experience actually. So finally, we have our products here. which will now get data after some time, not initially, okay, after some time. So let's go here and provide our products. There will be some issue here as well. Products will be products. I can only write products, or I can write products here as well. Okay, oh, everything is working. So this product is of type, oh yeah, we typed it already, undefined here, because we are passing this product here inside this product. Okay, so yeah, we can only write product here as well. Finally, we passed it through context. Now, I haven't applied this context. Still, I haven't applied it, right? How can I apply this context to our React application? We have this function which is never used, product provider function, right? It is a component actually. It is never used. Where should we use it? Where should we put our provider so that we can get all the data in the main? So export it from here then. Export it and go and apply it to your main.tsx here. Okay, we have theme provider, global styles, right? We need to apply this to our app, right? Here. Okay, if you want to use it in global style as well, maybe you can apply it to both of them. But we just want to use it in our React components. So let's use this product provider here and wrap this app with product provider. Need to import it as well. All right. What is wrong here? Okay. So yeah, we are passing element. We are passing something there, right? This is children. One. So this is actually the support provided by TypeScript. Here you are passing something here, which is a children, and you are not accepting it here. You need to accept it, right? Children. Now the error from here is gone. Now we have error here. Now it is saying like, hey, you are accepting children here, but you are never using it. Why are you accepting it? First, you need to say, what is this children? You need to type it. All right, guys, just tell me, what is the type of this children actually? Is it a string, a number, function, array, or what is this children? This is another tricky question actually. Most of the time you may be asked in interview as well. What is the type of children in React?
Is it a prop?
Yeah, this is a prop, children. What is this children containing? What is the value? So just tell me the value now. What is the value in children currently?
It's undefined, I believe.
Currently,
Defined?
I think it's the wild guess.
No. We used it already, I think.
Yeah.
Children means what is content in there actually? What is the value inside children? We passed it already, right? We just saw. What is the children here?
component,
Component, that is the
app
app component,
component.
isn't it? Yeah, the value of this children is app component. So we need to type that app component actually. Children may be anything. Okay, if you are asked what is the data type of children, that may be children, sorry, that may be string or number or a component, right? So or array. So here we have component. So we need to type for all of the children. So most of the time it is better approach to actually type this children in React. Let me write it here. You can create an interface. Previously, I told you if that is the object that you can create interface. This is object with single property called children. Let me just write it here in line. Children, and just I'm going to type it. I can write any. Any means it will accept anything. Never write any in your React application, if possible, with TypeScript, okay? So we'll not write any. So then we'll write the exact type. So we have something coming from React, that is React node. That is the type actually. This will now type anything which is inside children. Anything means it will type string, it will type array, it will type multiple string, it will type multiple components. So it means the type of this children is now React node. If you are working as a React developer somewhere, you may have seen something called FC is written here. FC, functional component. It is also available from React, but not a good practice actually. So instead of writing that FC there, let's not go there and discuss about FC there. You can just search on Google sometimes, but you can type this children. This is the better way of typing children in React. Okay, if you are receiving children here, you can type it with React node. That is the React node coming from there. Now this can have 2 React node as well, 3 React node as 3 components as well. Okay, so we typed out children. Now we have children here. Let's render it here. Right, finally children. Okay, then finally I think we can now use that products, right? Because everything is fine now. We took our app there from here, and this is the content you are seeing now. Now we have our product coming from our API. Let's render this product here. Let's display those products here. Let's display the name of the products. Do we have name for the product? Title. Let's display the title then. So how can I now accept these products here into this app component? This is another question. Can I now directly get these products here into this app component?
You have to import.
Use context.
No, you need to use the context. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to use it from the context, right? It is already available.
Yeah.
It is already available and supplied by a context, right?
Yeah.
Now we need to just grab that. So what should we do to grab that value from context?
Use context.
Yeah, we need to use the hook called use context. Use context. Yeah. And then what should I now do now? What should I pass here inside use context?
Inside use context, we need to pass like that product context, the name of the context.
Name of the context. Let's see if it is exported from here. It is not exported. Let me export it now. Export. Now we can import it. We can directly write it. It will be imported without a suggestion. That is product context, right? Here, this one, product context. It is imported here. Now we are one step away to get these products in our React application. What should we do now?
Let's store it in a const variable.
Yeah, store it in a const variable. What should I name it? Can I directly store product here? Can I directly write product and we will receive product here?
Products.
No, the CONST.
Products. Oh yeah, sorry. So these products will contain these products. Context is only providing you products, or is it providing you other things as well? You need to grab only products. You are grabbing all the things inside products right now. These products, whatever you are writing here, currently you are writing products, right? I'm writing products here. And this products is this value provided from context. Are you getting me? You are taking the whole value, whole object. We only want to take these products.
We need to destructure products.
Yeah, destructure it, right? Correct. So destructure it, only take products. Something is wrong there. Let me hover over here and it says products is declared but never used. Okay. We'll use it, but property products doesn't exist on type I product context all defined. Okay. Products is not there. We are passing it via value, right? So it should be there, isn't it? Should be there. We are. Oh, okay. Yeah, I product. This is the initial value of the context. That's fine. I think we are missing something there. We are not able to grab that, whatever we are passing. Let me try to grab each facing. It should also not work. Yeah, we are not able to use something passed from product context. We are missing one thing there. Can you see what is that thing that we are missing? Maybe. But this I product context contains these products, right? Why is this throwing error? I think it should work here. Okay, doesn't exist on type I product context. Okay. So then let's see what is there. Okay, then we'll restructure it later. Let's see, let's say we have something random coming here. We don't know. It should be everything that we are passing, actually, everything that we are passing from here. Let's console log this random. Sometimes if there is alternate approach, then you can just do not think more about the current issue. Try to solve it in different approach. Maybe there is some hint which will actually provide you what is the issue there. Okay, we have some issue. Okay, here cannot read properties of undefined reading context. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Something is wrong in our context, actually. Not the issue here, within our context. So yeah, in our context, the initial value is undefined here, and product contains will eventually contains I product context, actually. Okay, this line of code is throwing that error, I think. These two, let me see. Yeah, now it is gone. We are accepting something which is not there here with context, with directly product context. Context is coming from product context and product. Okay, let me go and see. This is product context and product context provider. Okay, that's fine. So we have product context here, use context, and we have supplied something from product context. We have this product context dot provider coming from here. I think there is something that I also cannot see here. Some issue is here. Can you just see and look here and try to see what is there that we are doing something wrong? Maybe we are returning a provider. We wrapped it right already here with product provider, and we accepted application app there, and there is some issue somewhere here. We are sending and we are not getting it. So it is saying that you are sending nothing is coming, actually. That means it is undefined, right? So we are trying to read undefined value there. Something is wrong, actually. So okay, this whatever we are passing here, we haven't actually typed it, actually. So let's do one thing here. We will pass eventually, but let me put in some variable because we haven't actually typed it. I think this app component is confused about this value that we are passing from here. Let's say what are those values that we are supplying from there. All right, so we can say context value. context value, and this is the first value that we want to pass, and the second value is each fetching is also is fetching. Okay, that's fine. It's fetching, and the products, we need to pass products as well, these products. And now I can write context value here. I can directly type there as well, but let's type it here. So this context value, let me directly type it inline. Later we will try to remove it. Is fetching is of type boolean, and products is of type this one. Oh, is there something wrong here with products? And it is also undefined. That's why undefined is not assignable. Okay, we wrote undefined here. From there some issue is coming maybe. So we are passing undefined. If you remove this undefined, later previously we saw some issue here. So undefined is not assignable because undefined is coming from our context. That's why, oh, there is that issue, I think. Yeah. So initially this may be products or undefined. So initially it will be undefined. Let me remove this one for now. I think it will work. We remove this one as well. Only pass is fetching. It should work now. Let's see. Yeah. Let's console log this one. Yeah, correct. Currently it is working. The issue is with this one, with these products. What was the issue? The issue is we are passing something undefined here. What we are doing is we are passing products which is undefined. So yeah, you can remove it from here as well. You can directly pass it here, like we are passing each fetching, as well as we are passing undefined here because that products is undefined, and this is the issue. Actually, you cannot pass undefined. So need to fix this. Then there is something that we need to do. I need to remove it from here because if I write it here undefined, then that I cannot pass it through context. Then I cannot now do this one. This data, where is it coming from actually? This one is coming from our get products. Get products is coming from product. So here maybe we need to do something. Here we have undefined, maybe. So why we are actually getting undefined there?
I think
Can you see here?
it
Yeah.
being the type of iProduct. That might be
Type of iProduct.
yeah, data being a type of iProduct.
The data being a type of iProduct, and iProduct is not undefined, right?
It's
Let me
not.
remove this then. Let me remove this. Remove this and let me Control Z this one. Oh, was it working? If I remove this? Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, okay. Then let's see here. Let's analyze this one. What is actually happening here? We are writing this data to be of type iProduct, and something went wrong there. So what is wrong here actually? Whatever we are doing there. We are just saying TypeScript that, hey, TypeScript, you are providing us data, and data will be of type iProduct. But what is wrong actually there?
Can we actually see the URL, like contents of the URL API, Gorokons?
Okay, this one, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Mhm. So the content containing all the products here, containing all the products, and this is the product, right? In the data. And can I write undefined here as well? Let's see. Once again, the same thing. Because if you write undefined, then you need to explicitly define there as well, undefined, whatever you are sending here. Is there better way, you think? So then this data here is actually, so let me remove it from here then for now. Maybe we'll try to type it. Let's see at least if we can get data. But we need to type it, right? We need to say what is the data here. Otherwise, we don't know what is the type here. Something is coming from here and we don't know the type. And if you hover over this data, it is saying any here. Anything is applicable. Anything is assignable to data. Any is not a good keyword in TypeScript actually. So let's see at least if you can pass data from here. Products. So until now, no issue. We are passing products through context. Let's go and get context products here. Here. We need to get that. We need to get that products actually. Products. Is there issue now? Products doesn't exist. Oh, okay. Let's see what is coming in that random actually. So random is providing you this each fetching as well as products. Products is the property, right? Why I'm not able to destructure it here then, if that is the property of the object. Products. So what is the issue here? Cannot destructure here. Doesn't exist on product context. It exists actually, right? It exists, but it says it doesn't exist on product context context as well as undefined. Products is not there. It is because that we are getting that data. We haven't typed it. We haven't said any information about these products here. So what is happening here is your TypeScript application is fetching data, but it doesn't know anything about data. It doesn't know what is this data. That may be string, number, undefined. Doesn't know anything about it. And it is now accepted here. And we are now setting this data to our products. And we are passing that products here. So what we know this products is of type iProducts array here. That should work at least, but it is not also working. Let me accept a response then. Let me try to console log it now. The products only. Response dot products. Now here it is working. It wasn't working previously. Oh, there is that error, I think. Okay, yeah. Previously as well, it should work now. So here, if you see, it has placed this question mark sign. Can you see? If you remove this question mark here, it will not work. Why that question mark is there then? Question mark is there because you will not get your products immediately, right? You will not get your response immediately. This is a synchronous operation, right? Everything is a synchronous here. Line number 1 all the way to 11. And you, in synchronous, you will execute your code immediately. But will you get your products immediately? It will take time, right, to get our products from API.
Yeah.
You will not get our products immediately. That's why there is an optional chaining operator. Optional chaining means if this response is there, then go and get products. If the response is not there, then do not get products. Something like that. Maybe now you can try placing that undefined there. Go here and place that undefined in your state as well. Let me see. I need to pass that object here. I need to go a few steps back, I think. Remove this one, or at least I can. Let's see if I can get that one. Context value. Okay, this is not needed. So now in your app.tsx, once again it is working. Can you see? But previously what we were doing, we were trying to get the data immediately. That's why we were destructuring products. Give me products immediately. Your application cannot give you product immediately because they are coming from API. It will take some time. You need to wait. That's why instead of so if you have something not coming there, you cannot get it, right? That's why we cannot destructure it here. So we can at least place in some variable, and then console log that response dot products, but you need to have that option sending operator. Now you have your product. See, initially you have empty products because our initial value is empty here. This is empty. That's why we have empty products. Later we are getting products from our API. That's why we are getting that product here now later. 4 times rendered because we have that strict mode as well, and it is rendering. But yeah, now we have 16 products here. We received into our React application. Okay, finally, this is here. What we can do here is we can render our products. So let's do one thing. What we will do is we will have 2 div here. Div. First div is for loading, and then we will do what we will do is we'll do short circuiting. Let's do short circuiting here. If this is true, then first div will be rendered. I need to do this one. If this is false, the second part will be rendered. Let's do short circuiting and operator here. And if it is true, then we will render data here. If it is false, we'll render loading here. You'll see loading for a few moments if I save it now. Loading. Oh, loading all the time. Oh, because I haven't actually placed anything here, any logic here. So instead of doing this, because we want something to be done if something is not there, that's why let's do it with ternary operator. Okay. So what we will do is if there is response dot products, if there is response dot products, then actually give this is then, right? Then actually render the data, else render loading. Now you'll see loading for a few moments and then it will disappear actually. Oh, can I at least see the loading because data is coming immediately, means it is coming in very short amount of time. Maybe you can delay the response. Go to the slow 3D, refresh it. We cannot see loading there. Something is wrong, I think, in our logic as well. If there is response dot products is true. Okay. Okay. Let me remove this from here now. If I remove this from here, it says this is possibly undefined. And then I shouldn't remove it. If this is undefined, then I should see loading part. If that is defined, I should see the data here. I cannot see at the loading part, I think. I should see the loading part. Data is not here. Pending state. Pending is now fulfilled. Maybe we'll try to resolve the loading part, but at least print this data here. Let's see how after how long this data will be printed. Actually, data will be here actually. Now they are instantaneously printed. Let me go and remove this slow 3G connection. Is it removed? No. They are there instantaneously. So what I will do now is actually render those data here. Response, because that is the array. I need to go inside JavaScript to map those array. Different elements are there, right? Response dot products, and we need to actually map it, right? It says let me keep this ternary operator here as well, and I will map it because it is containing array, and so because I have already, let me return something for now. I have already checked the status here. I don't need to actually write question mark here now because I already checked if products is there or not. So now products are here. I can give some key here. Key, so product is having ID as well. ID is here 01. I think ID is there, right? You can go and write here. This is each and every product actually. So product will have ID. Inside key, I can write product.id. ID is here. Finally, I can render each and every product name here. And here I will write inside JavaScript, because this is JSX once again, product dot. Can you see? This is now the benefits of TypeScript. How TypeScript is showing you all the available properties from API here. Without TypeScript, you cannot see this actually. So you don't have to worry what is coming from API. Here you can see all the response coming from API. You have available sizes, currency format, currency ID, right? Because we typed it already. So yeah, this is actually the beauty of TypeScript. We can use title. So let me save it and refresh it. The title are not printed there. Something is wrong, I think. What happened? Map is not a function. Okay. All right. Products.map is not a function. Yeah. It says it is not a function. So maybe let me see if is this the one which is doing this? No. That is not the one. Whatever we are doing here is something is wrong in this line. Can you see the issue there, guys? We are mapping these products. Is this products an array? We can only map our array. Otherwise, if that is object, then we cannot map. Let's see once again in console. Response.product. Products. In our console, we'll see the products now. And that products is initially empty. Okay. And products are here. Okay, we need to check if that array is empty or not as well. And this products is once again containing products in there. We are having products here. Products is once again containing products. Products is an object which is containing another property products, which is an array actually. So this one. But what happened here? Doesn't exist on time. So yeah, there is another issue here. So we did console log and we are having response.product, and it provided us products, but let me try to store it here. Let me try to destructure as well, but I think it will not work. So I'll try to grab this product from there. This one not working here. So it says it doesn't exist on type there. So there is one issue, guys. So I'll just ask you to try to solve it. This is related to TypeScript. We haven't done some typing there. So maybe you can go there and type the data. So what happened here is we are getting product, successfully getting product here. You can see product on the console. But this product is actually having another property called products. Products is actually having another property. When I console log this response.products, then this is having another property. So that's why I cannot map it here. I'm trying to map an object here. So it seems like array, but I'm trying to map object. But when I console log there, I saw this is actually the data that I'm getting here is containing inside an object. This is because we haven't actually provided any information here. Okay, so yeah, we are currently, oh, we have data and it is working. Then this product. Yeah, we have provided some information. Let's go inside product context. And we are passing products. Yeah. And if we try to accept that products directly here, accept that products directly, we are getting one property, one extra property in here. So means this products here, this data in here, we have some issue here, I think, guys. So can you try to resolve on your own, or can you provide me some instructions so that I can follow you and try to resolve here? What do you think? This is some issue here. If you console log here, you need to do one thing here actually. I console log here, the data is itself not products actually. This is an object actually. And you need to correct this line of code, this line here. You need to correct here and you need to correct here. So this will work if you correct at this position. And finally, you will get your data and you can map it. You can uncomment it and it will work. What do you think? Can you try it on your own? And we'll resume it from here tomorrow. Guys, are you here, everyone? I'm not getting any response from anyone.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. Will you just try it yourself? Then we'll continue from here tomorrow. Everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you getting what is the issue there? The issue is we are getting something here. Data is not actual data. This data is not actual product. Whatever you are doing here is not correct. So data is not actual product means you have one more products field there where you have your data. That is the issue. All right. So yeah, let's continue from here tomorrow. Let me commit this code. This is fetching okay, everyone, this is all for today. Actually, yeah, creating a project like this will take time actually. That's why I will try to skip some of the CSS part. Okay, I will give you some code which is already written. If I try to write all the CSS, it will take a month to complete this project itself. So then better to actually see some of the fundamentals. We'll see some of the fundamentals on the conceptual things, but implementation is really simple. CSS is not that much difficult, but it will take time. So you cannot master CSS within 7 days, but you can actually write CSS within 7 days. It is really simple. So just go to W3 School. I think this is the reliable source from where we can learn about CSS. And here you have CSS. And within CSS, we have discussed some of the fundamental parts, but here there is something called CSS grid. But apart from CSS grid, there is something called flexbox. Do I have some flexbox here? Let me source it. Flex, yeah, CSS flexbox. This is important actually. So just search about CSS flexbox and try to use properties coming from CSS flexbox. Okay, I'm asking you to do because this is not that much difficult. Okay, if you just ask me if there is something that I can help, but I think you can try it on your own. And I'll talk little about CSS within a single component here while I'm creating some component. in our project, we will create some components in the components folder. There we will implement CSS line by line, but later I will give you already written CSS. Okay, so I cannot write CSS line by line. It will take actually a lot of time. That's why, to save our time, to learn the concept with Redux, we have something called React Testing Library. I think we have many more things to cover. I'm not sure currently we have covered most of those things. We have many other things in React that you need to know. That's why we will go there and skip the implementation part that I'll not write the CSS line by line. What I'm trying to say is just you need to just do it yourself. Okay, that's why you need to see some of the fundamental concept. Okay, do you have some suggestion for whatever I'm saying currently? Maybe I can do in some other way with your suggestion. What do you think? How can I implement this project? If I write CSS, then it will take at least 10 days, I think 8 to 10 days is an every CSS. So that I will write CSS. I'll take 1 day. I'll explain the conceptual things. I'll give you all the conceptual things that you need to apply here. We'll write line by line on a single day only. Then from day 2, I'll provide you for other components already written CSS. I think that will work, right? Or do you have some other suggestions for me? Yeah, guys,
I think that will work.
Okay. Yeah, just tell me, guys. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you are feeling not comfortable with CSS. It will be good that if you spend some time there, you can ask me. Okay, just let me know. Then I will provide you some idea, or maybe I'll try to solve your issue. Maybe by sitting with you sometime, or by providing you some resource. Yeah, we can discuss what I mean. Just ask me what is your issue. Okay. All right, then let's end this session for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow we will implement context in better way. This is not a good way actually. We'll create custom hooks. That is the topic for today, right? Custom hooks. We'll create custom hooks here. We'll not write get request directly here like this. Okay, we'll do it in custom hooks. We'll supply it from there. Tomorrow we'll create another context as well, cart context as well as product context. We'll implement both of them. Tomorrow I'll move a little bit faster. Okay, just watch this recording that we did today. You'll be more the content will be overwhelming for you if you do not watch this recording, or if you have missed this today's lecture, because tomorrow we will implement cart context, and I'll not repeat each and everything in this detailed way, but we'll discuss. We can discuss, but I'll go a little faster with cart context tomorrow. All right, so yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll meet you tomorrow. So have a good day. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Gaurav. Good night. Good day.
Thank you, Gorak. Thank you, everyone. Good night.